Hi everyone, in this video we'll be looking at directed numbers. And more particularly we're going to be looking at adding and subtracting directed numbers. Now, directed numbers are numbers that have a negative sign or a positive sign attached to it. So for example, negative 3, that's a directed number. Positive 5, negative 2, negative 27, positive 347, and so on, right? So once there's a sign attached to it, it's a directed number. Now, if I see a number like, okay, if I see 5 by itself, so if I see the number, okay, 15 by itself, there's no sign in front of it. Once there's no sign, a positive sign is understood. So like when we have positive 15, that is the same as just writing 15. But once a number is negative, like negative 3, negative 2, negative 27, and so on, there must be that negative sign before the number. So let's look at this number line. You have met number lines before. All the numbers to the right of the right of 0, so 0 is normally in the middle. So all the numbers that's to the right, those are the positive numbers. So it gets big, numbers get bigger and bigger. And all the numbers to the left of the 0 are negative, and the numbers get smaller and smaller, right? So that's the number line. I'm gonna use the number line and some other little tricks on how to add and subtract directed numbers. Let's look at this particular question here. Negative 4 plus 3. So I'm going to show you how to do it using the number line, and then I'm going to show you some little tricks other than that, right? Alright, so let's use the number line firstly to work out this. So since we're adding 3 to negative 4, first, okay, the first number stated is negative 4. So locate where negative 4 is. Negative 4 is right here. We are adding 3. So therefore we need to move 3 places to the right. So 1, 2, 3. And here is my answer, negative 4. So negative 4 plus 3 is equal to negative 1. Now, you could use a calculator as well. On a calculator, let me pull up the calculator to show you how it may look. Obviously, on a real calculator, not a laptop calculator, it's going to look a little bit differently, but just so that you have a little idea, right? So negative 4 plus 3. Normally on the calculator, you'll see a plus and minus thing at the bottom of the calculator. You're not using the subtraction and the addition sign. You're using this little tiny one here. So negative 4, let's start over. So put the 4, and then in this calculator, you have to press the negative after. So negative 4 plus 3 gives me negative 1, right? Again, you could use a calculator, your number line for these things, not a problem. Another way you could look at it is by, okay, looking at the two numbers that we have. We have negative 4, and then we have 3. So negative 4 plus 3. Think about it like, okay, you have this negative sign here, right? What does 4 take away 3? 4 take away 3 is 1. And you put back the sign of the bigger number. So 4 is a larger number, so and the negative sign is in front of it. So you put your negative 1 negative in front of it. That could be a little bit confusing. So if you know it's confusing, draw your number line. So if you look at another example, like let's say we have, let's call this number 2 for now, right? So there's another number 2. Let's say negative 22. So you draw your number line. You know, negative 22 might be here, right? Now, keep on, you need to add 7. So we go add in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's figure out what that is. So then you can put in your numbers. This be negative 21, negative 20, negative 19, negative 18, negative 17, negative 16. Sorry, this is negative 16 and negative 15. So my answer is negative 15. Now let's look at it again. Negative 22 plus 7. It's the bigger number, 22, has the negative sign. So you know your number going to be negative. And what is 22? Take away 7. That's 15. So negative 15. You can look at it that way, right? You don't have to do it that way. Do whichever way you are comfortable doing it. So now, let's look at another example. So now we have negative 3 take away negative 2. Okay, let's use the number line, locate where negative 3 is right here. And we are taking away 2. That means we are moving to the left. So we're going to take away 1. Then we're going to take away 2. My answer is negative 5. Right? Now, whenever you have a numbers like this, negative 3, take away 2. Right? So you have negative here and you have that negative there as well. What you have to do is, your answer is going to be negative, and you just add these two numbers. So 3 plus 2, 5. So for example, if I have negative 7 minus 3, right? There's both negative signs, so put your negative, and then 7 and 3 is 10, so it's negative 7. You could check it with the number line, not a problem. Let's try one more. Negative 25, take away 1, right? Both negative, there are no positives there, so put your negative sign, and then 25 and 1, 26. Let's look at one more. Negative 310 minus 17, right? Both negatives through, so put your negative, and then you just add those two numbers. So you get 327, right? So it takes a little practice getting the hang of this. Now let's look at some of these questions here, right? You could pause it and try it before you do anything. Double check with your calculators as well. And you could use the number line. You don't have to use the number line. And let's look at it, right? So number 1, we have negative 1 take away 6. There's no positive sign in sight. So put back a negative sign. And then 1 and 6 to give you 7. Let's do another one like that one time. We have number 3. We have negative 3 take away 4. There's no positive sign in sight. Put your negative sign. 3 and 4, that's 7 as well. So let's tackle number 2 now. We have negative 9 plus 6. Again, you can draw your number line. Literally, you could draw your number line. Negative 9 here. You could put the negative 8, negative 7, negative 6, negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1. I keep on going, right? So we're at negative 9 and we want to add 6. So we're adding, so we're moving to the right now. So we're adding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my answer is negative 3. The other trick way I told you is the larger number 9 has this negative sign in front of it. That means my answer is automatically going to be negative, right? And then 9 take away 6 is 3. So my answer is negative 3. Let's look at number 5, which is similar. My larger number has a negative sign. So put your negative, and then 15 take away 6 will give me 9. Double check with your calculator, double check with your number line, right? Number 4, we have negative 1 plus 11. This can be written as plus 11 minus 1, which is simply 10. You could do it on your calculator, your number line, you're going to realize you're going to get 10. You can put positive 10, or you could just simply put 10. Doesn't matter, right? So hope this was a little bit clear. And any questions, please feel free to ask. Get the hang of using the calculators to double check these things as well. Get the hang of doing it with all calculators as well. So try it both ways, right? So I'll see you all in my next video.